Good morning. Today is the 15th of May 2024. The time is 9:34 in the morning. And so, just by me trying to sit down and be comfortable, it puts me to sleep. And then I'm on the attack with this energy going inside my body. Like I said, they can see everything I do. I think that's why they've been putting all this stuff underground. From the house across the street to over here. Just so that these people can have better access to us. But it's not what I want to talk about. I've been having problems with someone purchasing things at my bank account. And so I started locking my debit card. So that did help a lot after I locked my debit card. Someone still was trying to purchase things, but it didn't go through. Because I had asked a lady, how can these people keep getting my bank information? And she said, if you do any type of online banking, they can get your information. And see, that's the only way I shop online. So I started locking my debit card. But my daughter cut off my cell phone where I can't make phone calls. I can still get texts and do FaceTime. But I had another phone, so I told her, "Will you do what you cut it off?" She's so disrespectful. Because I never told her to buy me the phone in the first place. That's some of her doing. So she cut it off out of meanness. I don't know what her problem is. I'm not even worried about it because that's her. She going to answer to God for the way she treat me. But anyway, once I had to change the phone and put my other phone number in on my bank account. When I lock my card, I can't just unlock it. I have to call the bank, and they keep taking me to fraud. I keep asking, why are y'all taking me to fraud? And then, it take a long time just to get my card unlocked, so I stopped locking it. So yesterday, they were small charges, but still I didn't make them. One was for $29 at, what's the name of that place? It was some type of deco, the best made deco or something like that. I know I went on the site and it was pretty, but this stuff was expensive. But it was for only $29.95. So I don't know what in the world you could have brought for $29.95 out of that store. They had some pretty decoration now. But it was like 200 mirrors, like $200, and wall decorations. They had all kind of pretty stuff. But I had never heard of the place. And so I called them. And I got the phone number. I called my bank first. And I told them that those last two purchases, I didn't make them. And so he was getting ready to cut my debit card off. I told him, no, I don't want to change my debit card because every time I change my debit card and I have to wait for another card to come in, my bills that I have coming in where I be getting stuff on credit, and it come trying to get their money, and then they can't get through because that debit card been cut off. I said, it's making my credit big, because places where I was getting credit from, I can't get credit now. And that's the only way I can afford to buy things is like on credit. Buying things and paying it bi-weekly or every month. So I can't even purchase things anymore from the people that I was purchasing from, where I could get things. And I told him just give me their phone number so I can call them. So I called the company, and the girl kept telling me that I made the purchase. I'm telling her because you're pissing me off. Because I kept telling her I didn't make the purchase. I've never heard of this business before. But they had my information. They used my name, my address, my phone number that got cut off, uh, everything about me. That's what they used to purchase. Whatever it was, I didn't even ask what they purchased. I don't know, for $29.95. I don't know what they could afford to get for $29.95 from that store when everything was like $200 and up. They may have had little things but I don't know what it was. But I didn't have the money yesterday. I was trying to put money in my account because I knew I had something to hit Monday. And I didn't have the money in there because I had did some things for my grandchildren. That broke me. And she really was pissing me off because every time I try to talk to her and explain, she gonna tell me that I made the purchase, and so she said that we could only give you 50% back. I said no. I said I didn't make that purchase. I want all my money back. So she said she was gonna go talk to her manager. So the manager evidently told her to give me back my full uh, refund back. And it always be somebody Oriental every single time. And I don't understand how in the heck do when I make a phone call to some company, it's always Oriental. They the only one getting jobs now. But anyway, she said take 5 to 7 days. So I got to wait 5 to 7 days. This head's in a mess. In order to get my money back. But see, if I had to cut my cord off again just in case something hit, and I can't. I prefer not to have to pay a overdraft fee. Uh, uh, no sufficient fund fee, and I haven't called the other company yet. I'm gonna call them today. But it was only for $9.95. But that's $9.95. That's my money. I didn't make that payment. It's a tool place where they sell tools, and I don't. Neither one of those places have I heard. I had never purchased anything for neither place. Never had heard of those places. And so when I went on the site, I don't know why my back be itching so. I went on the site, and it's a place where you can buy tools. I like tools, but I didn't know how to buy them because I didn't have the money to be trying to buy no tools, even if it's just $9.95. I'm trying to put money in my account, which that took it. You know, the money I put in my account, 'cause I had my daughter go put some money in my account, because I had cash money on me. Well, I be trying to save cash money to keep cash money on me just in case something happened and we have to leave and buy gas to go in the car. So I try to keep cash, but I can't keep it because my grandchildren, always needing something. Then there I am trying to help them, and they never pay me back when they said they're gonna pay me back. But anyway, um, I just got to learn to stop trying to help. But I don't want to see them hit rock bottom, but I may have to because I'm hitting rock bottom. And I don't help anybody to pull me up out of the rock bottom. So when I need, I don't have no help. But anyway, uh, I'm trying to think, was the early part of this month or last month, somebody was trying to purchase some gummies. I don't know what kind of gummies would cost $198. And they purchased it twice. 2 times. for $198 for some dang on gummies 2 times. So so the card I have now, I just got it. So I didn't want them to just cut it right back off, because it's gonna make people them not trust me. And I think this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it where I can't get no credit, so I can't get nothing, because they know I can't just buy stuff, you know. Which I'm gonna stop buying stuff anyway, because I got my hat. I'm gonna do a video on it one day. That's what I really wanted, with my hat. And there was a purse I wanted, but I said I could do without that purse. I got all them purses over there. Where I go, I don't go nowhere. I don't even go nowhere to carry a purse. But I wanted that purse because it matched a pair of my boots that I brought. But I don't have. I just use a black purse, a silver purse, a gray purse to go along with the boots. But it's getting hot now. I probably won't even be able to. I might have to end up getting the boots away. I don't know. Because these people started putting this weight on me, making me bigger. There's no way on this earth that I will be this big on my own. There's no way on earth that I will be this big. But anyway, someone is really, really going out their way to try to hurt me. They're trying to mess with my finances. They're messing with my health. They're messing with my family. They're just going out their way to do stuff. And one of my grandsons had to have surgery because his intestines was coming out of his stomach. He had a hole in his stomach, and his intestines was coming out of him. I do believe they did that to him. I believe they did that to him, but he's still having problems. He can't even go back to work. And so that's why I be trying to help him, because he can't his stomach didn't heal right, So I don't know if this was done on purpose or what. You don't know by these doctors, because they sent me home hemorrhaging when I had my surgery. And I hemorrhaged for some weeks. I can't remember if it was 2.5 weeks or 3.5 weeks. I can't remember. But I know it was more than 1 week. I hemorrhaged from being in the from the hospital to home, and for some weeks I hemorrhaged. The doctor sent me home hemorrhaging. And I just wondered, was it done on purpose? I really do. Because he started, every time I would go to another doctor trying to get healed, whatever it was he was telling them, they didn't want to be bothered with me. They didn't even want to deal with me anymore. Because after they would be nice and friendly to me when I first go there. But once they talked to him, they didn't want to be bothered. So whatever he was telling them, when he the one that sent me home hemorrhaging. And then when the blood started coming out of me, it was just black and stinky. Oof. Then he tried to it was just bad. I just went through some stuff. I really been going through some crazy, crazy stuff. And I believe it's because I don't have nobody. I don't have family. I got family, but I don't have them. That's why I try to stick by my sister. She was married once upon a time, but she was married to an idiot, a pure natural born demonic idiot. And he's still an idiot. Because I believe he the one put her name on this blackball list. My sisters, I've had 2 sisters to get married, and they both had bad husbands. I mean, very bad. Some of the worst husbands that you can have, they had them. So that's why I didn't ever want to get married, because I saw their marriage. But now I do want to get married. That's why I pray that it's God to allow me to meet a man that's after his own heart, a good man. I don't want just to be married, I want a man that's truly living the life of being holy to the utmost, being holy. Not religious, but just being holy. So holy that he's not going to do anything to hurt God. That he want to please God with his life. So I don't have to worry about him cheating on me. I don't have to worry about him beating on me, because both of my sisters had husbands that would beat them. Because I tried to kill one of them. He was beating on where I'm dead. And we had a big old mess. A big old mess. Because you're not going to be beating my sister. And I'm here. You disrespect him, and for nothing. What make it so bad? It was her birthday. He gave her some money to go buy her birthday present. So we went shopping. I'm pregnant with my oldest daughter, so that's been 40-something years ago. And when we come back, I hear my daughter feeding too. I'll be back. Okay, so I had to cut my sister's feeding tube off and flush it, but the formula got too thick inside the pipe, so I brought this pipe cleaner. So I had to clean it to get all that uh, formula out of it so that I could flush it. Because you have to flush it where she can get water and stuff. And but anyway, back to what I was talking about. So my sister husband gave her money to go for her birthday. So we went downtown shopping. Now I'm like 7 months pregnant with my oldest daughter. And we went shopping. Well, she went shopping. And so I can't remember what all she brought. But she brought her some I guess like shoes and clothes. And when we came back, his cousin, which is still our cousin, because they cousins, they're not real close cousins when it come to us, but when it come to our grandparents, they were close. And she started saying, well, he said he was gonna beat my sister up. Now we didn't pay her no attention because we weren't doing nothing but shopping. He the one gave her the money. And so she was laughing, talking about what he said he was gonna do and all this kind of stuff. So when he come home, he come home, told her to go in the room. First he went in there, took the light bulb out the room. Now that was real dumb of him. Now I had already been building up because that ain't the first time he did something to her while I'm there. And see, he the one, I was living in D.C. He the one called me up and asked me to come to New Jersey and babysit while my sister worked, because she was working full time and going to school full time. You know, she's smart like that. She'll work full time, go to school full time. But then she got this husband. But anyway, he come in, go in the room that I was sleeping in, because that was the room where she had to put her stuff in the closet. Go in the room, take the light bulb out of the ceiling, and then come tell her to go in the room and show him what she brought. I'm sitting here. What? Now you don't went there and took the light bulb out and gonna tell her to go in the dark room and find what she brought. So she went there like a little puppet. She goes in there and get it and bring it back out and show it to him. So he started pushing her. Now my sister didn't weigh but like 90-something pounds. She was smaller than me. Before I got pregnant, I only weighed 95 pounds. She had lost weight by going to school and working. She probably weighed maybe 90 pounds. And he started pushing on her. And she was telling him to stop, you know. Then he started pushing her harder. And she started crying because he wouldn't stop. So me, my big mouth, I said, you better not hit her. Because I'm sitting here watching this, big as a tick. I'm sitting here watching it. So he picks her up and threw her down on the floor. God knows what he do that for. They had these big old gallons, them liquor jars full of pennies. They had two of them. When he threw her down on that ground, on that floor like that, and she laying down there just crying, I jumped up and I grabbed them big old gallons, I guess you call them gallons, of pennies, and I threw them at him. He's up, lift up, boom! Pennies went everywhere. I picked the urn up and I threw because I missed him. He ducked. So I ran in the kitchen and got a butcher knife. I was getting ready to kill that joker. I was fed up with him. He had slapped her. She's laying in the bed asleep. He's just slapping her because of past stuff that happened years ago. But he was cheating on her and she was cheating on him. He would take cause before she was working, he worked at Ford Motor Company. Well, he would gamble up his whole check. You know, they got rent to pay, got children. And so she started working and going to school. Because she had quit school because of having babies. And she jumped in front of me, got in between me and him. Because I was coming after him. Because I was fed up with him hitting on my sister. You know, you going to beat on her. Why you going to ask me to come up here? Because I'm not going to sit and watch you beat on her. And she jumped in front of me, begging me to give him the knife. So when I hand her the knife, he going to try to take it from her. So she threw the knife and threw it behind the chair. So he tried to go get the knife. So I picked up a big piece of glass, daring him to go ahead on back there. I'm getting ready to stab you, joker. And then some of the guys in the neighborhood had told me if I ever wanted them to beat him up, to come get him. So I went out. It was raining too. I'm out there with my nightgown on, bare feet. I didn't care. I was going to look for them to beat him. Because I was fed up with his mess. Because the whole time I'm there, he doing stuff. Then, he, some kind of way he got the kids. He took the kids from my sister. Oh, she laughing. She laughing and was staying with another cousin wife. But he wouldn't let her get the kids. So they had to trick him to get the kids. So that's how she got the kids back. But I told her, I said, I'm going back to D.C. Because when she went back to him, I said, I'm not going to be here to lose my baby. Because dealing with this nut, oh, I'm not playing with him. You know. And so I went back to D.C. And then she had an attitude with me because I jumped in it. But I'm not going to watch this man just beat you for no reason. And just slapping on you and doing stuff to you for just being mean. And see, he was one of them real dark-skinned black dudes. And seemed like that's who we were attracted to. I knew I was. He was smut black. And them the kind of men that I liked, is smut black. I had one boyfriend, he was so black. On the picture, all you see is his teeth. But that's who I was attracted to. Now, I did have a boyfriend that was real light-skinned. And all the women would come to the house. Here they come, knocking on the door with excuses to come in. It was just, most of the guys that I went with were dark-skinned men. And they weren't good men. They weren't good to me anyway. What you want? What you want, boy? Huh? What you want? But that's where my eyes was like if there's a dark skinned man and a light skinned man, my eyes go to the dark skinned man first. That's who I was attracted to. Real dark skinned man. I think I still am attracted to a dark skinned man, but they're not good men to not to me. They haven't I haven't had a good dark skinned man in my life. I really haven't had a good relationship. Tell you the truth. What you want? Let me let this little man go outside. Okay, he wanted to go outside. Yesterday, it was raining yesterday. We had a hurricane or something that touched down not that far from here. About three different towns the hurricane touched down in. I think it was like Maxton, Red Springs, and Pembroke. That's not that far from here. My daughter sent me pictures, a video rather, that somebody had put on the internet showing where the hurricane touched down. Anyway, it was raining. He wanted to go outside. I kept saying, it's raining. You're not going to go outside. And he wouldn't even go to the door. When I opened the door, he wouldn't even go near it. If it's really wet outside, if it just stop raining, he will not go outside in all that wetness. I said, boy, you's a boy dog. You just a little wimp. Them girls won't go out there either. They won't go out there either. So I don't know how a dog that's not a house dog, because these dogs stays in the house. They go outside and pee, and do a little run, and then come back in. But dogs that have to be outside and chain up outside, I feel sorry for the dog, because it's what the people behind us, they had a dog. I don't care how cold it was, snowing, raining, poor dog was outside. I said, now they need to get him something where he can go in and get out that rain. The people beside us were the same way, and they supposed to be just dog walkers. But I seen what they were doing. They would bring dogs around because we had dogs. Everywhere we go, when we had dogs, the people that moved beside us had dogs. And then they'll come start running back and forth, and then our dog be just running back and forth. And I told my daughter, I said, they doing this mess on purpose. They doing it on purpose. Those people don't own those dogs. That's not even their dogs. They bring dogs to them just to mess with our dogs. But anyway, I done talked about everything but everything. Yeah, I didn't mean to talk about my bank account. So I did lock it back. I'm going to keep it locked until I need to pay a bill. And then I'm going to just try to pay all of them at one time. But it's somebody's watching me and watching me shop online. And, they can take our thoughts out of our mind through this technology. Which I tried to tell a young lady that, and she seemed to catch an attitude with me because she kind of snapped at me. But, when people don't want to believe what you say, I don't try to convince them. Because they have the ability to take even emotions from you. This is what they do with this technology. That's why I try to be careful when I'm shopping and putting my password and stuff in. Not to think of the numbers that I'm using or the word that I'm using. Because I can type with my eyes closed and type and don't think about what I'm, my password. But some kind of way they be figuring it out and they changes it or do something. But I have to go back and change it back. There was another lady that I used to look at. I wished I'd wrote her name down because they shut her down, but she had another channel, and I didn't get that channel. But they were doing her the same way, messing with her messing with her passwords and stuff. You know, these people are so pathetic. They so simple minded, and they claim they so smart because they smart with technology, but they dumb when it come to life. They dumb when it come to God because they're gonna have to answer for this stuff they doing to us. They're gonna have to answer. They're not going to have to answer. They're going to answer. They will answer, and they will be judged. They're gonna be judged by what they do. Let me go get him. He's on the deck. Okay. So this is one of my kombuchas. I can't remember if this is the hibiscus or is this my elderberry. But it's either hibiscus. I think my hibiscus is a darker red than this. So this probably my elderberry. And I must try to open it and see what it does. Now I made my shots. Oh, it didn't even suds out. I don't know what I did this time. Cause last time I made some, not the last time, but the time before that. Anytime I try to open it, it'll just fizz out. I don't want it fizzing out like that anyway though, because I'm losing it, and that's what it happened with my shots. And I won't even trying to ferment them. I make my shots with oranges, lemon juice, ginger, cayenne pepper, and turmeric powder. And I had the little shot bottles, and I didn't put it in the refrigerator. So the next morning, I opened one and just shot up. I lost half of it. So I don't want to lose my. It has ferment. I do know that it's fermented. Because if I just put a little bit of sugar in it, it's going to foam up all the way out. So it is fermented. Look at that. I don't enjoy it. It's because it's so smooth. It just go down. And I'm really thirsty too. It's good too. Well, I'm going to order me some more of these type of bottles. For my ginger beer. Inside my ears are just dry. It feel like powders in there. And my head just be itching. Because everything they doing is something bad. And my skin feel like it's covered with some type of powder stuff too. Because this stuff that's coming out from under the ground is layering our skin. And it feel powdery. Now for the last few nights, that's one reason why they're attacking me so bad. And I know this was one of the reasons why they were severely attacking me, because I'm rubbing my stomach down. Not just my stomach, I'm rubbing my body down with castor oil. And putting castor oil between my legs. And I'm drinking either a kombucha or a ginger beer before I go to bed. And see, these kombuchas and the ginger beer are good for your gut. And so they just want to keep messing me up. They just want to keep me swole up. Trying to make me sick, you know. Sometimes I feel like they're trying to stop my heart from beating. But they're just trying to make sure that I'm not healthy. And at the age of 65, it's gonna take a lot of work to get my body back right because all the stuff they doing to me on the inside of my body with this hot energy and whatever this is they putting in me. But it's good. And I didn't even add nothing else to it. Now the last one that I made, I had some pineapple juice and some peach. I think it's called peach agave or something like that. And I put, I should have had 2 cans of the peach because it wasn't as peachy. I love peach flavor. It wasn't as peachy as I wanted, but the pineapple was good. I put the pineapple in the ginger beer. I put pineapple and lemon juice in the ginger beer, and it was really good. But this time I didn't have no pineapple. I had lemon juice, but I didn't add it to anything. So everything is plain. But it's good. I could taste it. It's fermented. It's not really sweet because fermentation eats up the sugar. That's how it ferments, by eating the sugar. That's how you make the ginger beer, by adding sugar to it with the ginger. And see the when it's fermenting, it eats up the sugar. So you're not really taking in a lot of sugar. You're getting good bacteria. So you can see all that energy back there on the bottom. I don't know how I'm gonna get us out of here, out of this hop, because I don't have the money. I'm trying to figure out how to move my place because I don't want to live in that apartment no more. You know, I just don't want to live there no more, and I don't want to be here either. I had some type of dream because they had took my dreams away from me when they started implanting my brain and stuff. And I stopped dreaming because that's how God used to speak to me. One way God used to speak to me through my dreams. And then he'll give me open visions. And then I would hear his voice. And sometimes I just feel things in my spirit, but I could hear God's voice. And people always talk. I mean, just out the blue, you don't hear God's voice audible. But first of all, I ain't saying nothing to you. That's how these people in church, that's why I ignore them. You can't tell me what I hear. You don't hear him audible. I do. So I'm not gonna let nobody tell me what I'm experiencing. Cause you not there. I am. And I know that's how God began to speak to me audible. That's how I knew it was him. And I know it won't be gang stalkers. And it won't the devil. But the devil can talk to you audible too. Because I don't hear him too. But I know the difference. But see, the devil will try to talk to you loud. God speak to you in soft voices. Sometimes he talk to you so soft until you might miss it. You know. That's why when I hear God's voice softly, I ask him to do it again. So I can make sure that when he do it again, that I know it's him. I know that this is something he wants. I mean, one day I was at this church, and there was this girl there. Something must have been kind of was wrong with her. And I heard God tell me to go hug her. And so I told God, I said to God, God, if this is you, tell this lady over here to go and hug this girl. So as soon as I said this to God, the woman went and hugged the girl. Then I went and hugged her because I didn't know what God wanted me to hug her for, but I wanted to make sure this was God. And so when I said, God, if this is you, if you want me to go hug this girl, I'm saying it in my head. I'm speaking not without talking. And I don't know what was wrong. I could tell there was something went right. And there was a guy in there, homosexual dude. This dude had a spirit on him. Because his spirit pushed me. I almost fell, but I caught myself. Because my pastor was preaching. And I was there with her. And this something just pushed me. And I felt that it came from him. Because he was up there doing all kind of dancing, kicking up his legs and doing all kind of stuff. And he was the one that was near me. But anyway, I just been going through some crazy stuff. Even dealing with pastors. You know, you got a lot of pastors that's just mean. They're just mean. And they think that you supposed to be worshiping. It's like they want you to worship them. I'm not getting ready to worship no human being. No man nor woman. I don't care how long you been pastoring. You is not my God. And I'm not going to serve them as though they God. And you got someone that's the way they act. And the way they want to treat you as though that, you know, like you beneath them and stuff like that. I don't like being treated that way. Especially when I'm treating you good. Because I'll sit my own self down. I will. I'll sit myself down. Because you're not going to abuse me. But I can't let them, they mean to send me to hell. And so that's how I left the church. And I had said I'll never go back to church. But I did go back. That's when the witches stepped in. The witches stepped in then. I've just got an itch in the same spot. Like something is, like somebody got something right on this spot. It's not just an itch, it hurts. Like something hot is pointed at that spot. So I don't know what it is. It's there all the time. But I tell you, I'm so ready to get away from here. Only thing about it, if I move and be to myself, and Mama be terrorized even more, I'm gonna have to get me a gun. Because I'm not playing with these people. I'm fed up with these people. I might need to get me a nail gun. So when they be up in my ceiling crawling around, I'm going to shoot up there. Because that's how they did me at my apartment. They crawl all over, these grown men crawling around up over my head. And then I start worshiping God. That's how I got them from up there. I start worshiping God. The guy that stayed beside me, he didn't care about me worshiping God. But the ones that he had up there with him, and I could hear them say, "Oh man, no, we're not gonna bother her while she worshiping." They come down. So every time they go up there, I just start worshiping. I go and worship. And at least they had sense enough to know that you don't be playing around with somebody that worship. Cause God will come down. He gonna come down. 'Cause that dude was on crack. 'Cause I seen he said that he was a Freemason. And the guy that I would see going over there, they be doing a little handshake, but they be passing stuff while they doing a little handshake. And I'm standing there looking at them. And cause at that time I had a storm door. The wind snatched it away. But anyway, they had like Mercedes and BMWs and stuff like that. So they weren't just some little Rudy poop. Um, they had really nice cars. They would get him to do the dirty work. That's why I know the Masons are a part of this attack on me. But I do know the police are Masons. More and more people, more and more men, especially black men, are joining this Masonic order. Not even knowing what they're joining, because it's pure demonic. They just want this knowledge, this secret knowledge, and not knowing that evidently they don't know the secret knowledge comes from the fallen angels. I don't want no kind of knowledge coming from the fallen angels. I don't want no knowledge that's not coming from the Holy Spirit. If the Holy Spirit not teaching me, it is not power from the Holy Spirit, I don't want it. I just don't want it. I'm not desperate for powers and stuff like that. I just want to live holy. I just want to be holy. And be able to read God's word and be able to respond on it. Reply or teach it. However. I'm not good with my words because they taking them away little by little. But I want to be able to teach the word of God and explain it, do something, other than me reading it and taking it in just for me. Because God told me it's time for me to preach his word years ago. And I did try, but the pastors always try to intervene and try to get me to do things their way. And their way is not God's way. So I'm not getting ready to do it your way. I'm going to do it God's way. Because he's the one that's going to get me into heaven, not the pastor. Because a lot of these pastors not going themselves. They not going to heaven. Because they still full of sin themselves. But anyway, I've talked longer than what I meant to. So this is my morning talk. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of May, 2024. The time now is 10:56 in the morning. So I'm getting off of here. And y'all have a blessed rest of y'all weekdays and have a blessed weekend.